Hey everyone, thought I'd come back at you today with some more interesting facts of life, whatever you want to call it. So this is going to be, I guess what you would call my terms of use. Earlier this year, I decided to make a quote-unquote terms of usage, which as of right now is posted and pretty much pinned on my Tumblr blog. I'm hoping to make a website soon, eventually, maybe at the end of the year, whatever, to have my other older posts and such on too. But as of right now, I have this terms of usage about my channel, videos, and other pieces of information that I've created since doing these more serious YouTube videos for, well, ever since 2019, I suppose. But anyway, here's the point of the video. Myra Elvira's terms of usage as last updated on March 10th, 2023. I didn't think that I would ever have to do this, but after some strange encounters, I believe creating this is necessary. My YouTube channel, blog posts, and other branches thereof are for informational and educational purposes. Entertainment not necessary. My projects, which can be blog posts, videos, or any other medium, are my own creations that I've created on my own. Whether I am reading literature, talking about history, true crime, or whatever else, each of the projects consists of my own person, most commonly represented through my voice. Blog posts, PDFs, and other writings are researched by me, Myra Elvira, and written by no one else. These works are my own. I do not take anyone's works and claim them as such, and neither should you. Under the common fair use policy, which can be read on Google, the use of copyright protected material under certain circumstances is allowed, without the permission of a copyright holder. Common examples of this are React videos, YouTube poops, and clips from other videos or movies used as a source in the main video. With reading books, this is a bit of a gray area, as I can read a book on my channel, and because I am using my own voice, it can be seen as a transformative work. Some of you may feel this way, as I have seen many comments about how the way I read can bring stories to life, which I really appreciate when you guys tell me that. That said, if I've read a copyrighted work, technically a holder can still potentially have it taken down. I have no problem with this, though the gray area of this issue is complex and perplexing. As for myself and my own content, which is written by myself, or the literature readings that are considered public domain, I don't condone any uploads online, on YouTube or otherwise, that do not credit what I have done. I just want to be credited for what I do, and it's very annoying not to see that in other channels that have blatantly downloaded my content at times and uploaded them on other places. Just credit me. That's all I ask. Place it in the description box, a pinned comment, or what have you. I just want to be credited. Many people still don't seem to realize that it is me reading the content on my YouTube channel, which as of now mainly are books. That voice you hear in every Myra Elvira video is mine. Myra Elvira's. I don't think that many people understand the work it takes to read or edit the videos I do. I'm not asking for pity or sympathy, just understanding and compassion. I am a one-man team. I'm the social media manager, the voiceover, the writer, video editor, and researcher. All of this is done by me. Always has, and at this point, I think it always will. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to the writings, and really just can't trust anyone to do things how I do it, and to find information like I do. The only way I can hope to explain the length of time it takes to create everything I do is to take every video and multiply it by 2. Those 1-hour videos can take 2 hours to edit and process. The 10-hour ones absolutely take 20. I just want to illustrate the point that it takes a lot of my time to do what I do. So if someone doesn't want to credit me and re-uploads my content, everything I do is just a faceless video, misleading others who don't know better. I am, on the other hand, okay with archival purposes. A lot of what I do is focused on archiving, actually, especially the books I have read, which are public domain, no longer in print, at risk of being lost to history, and/or in copyright hell, really, thanks to things like an author's death, and no sign of a current owner. See, Paul Walken's book with that example. But once again, I just ask that you ask me to re-upload my content if you decide to do so. I do not give permission to make money off my content, even if I allow it to be re-uploaded elsewhere. I understand that you might want to have a database for such content, as some subjects I've gone over are very popular. If you wish to archive my videos or simply just want the files for your own, feel free to contact me by email. I'm open to responding to emails from anybody, even, honestly, if it's just a simple hello. The official email for my YouTube channel is myraelvirablog@gmail.com. I'll, of course, post or whatever, edit the actual email in the video for you to see. I allow my videos to be downloaded for the sake of personal use. If you wish to have the content on your computer or whatever else, go wild. Videos are allowed to be downloaded and used as sources for educational usage. I have gotten comments that some of my materials have helped others in their classes, even being used for their essays and such. And to me, that is great. I am fully okay with this and actually kind of hoped that one day it would be somehow how people used it, Educators, students, college or likewise, are fully okay to download, edit, react, source, cite, and anything of the like of my content. All PDFs, blog posts, and various other writings are also allowed to be used for personal and educational purposes. Writings are, of course, okay to be cited, and essays, books, blog posts, and more. I write everything in an informal version of the Chicago format essay. I try to provide the PDF and links to blogs and on my Patreon, which is free and probably will always be free. I really just use the Patreon kind of like as a backup download source. So I don't care about the money part on that. Just Patreon's a place that I can freely upload stuff that I've created. Of course, there are multiple ways to cite the works of somebody like MLA, APA, and Chicago. I, for the sake of the blog post, made a really long example area of how you would potentially cite like my PDFs and videos. But for the video, I'm not going to say it out loud. So if you want to see how it would look like to cite my videos or PDFs or anything like that, I highly recommend you checking out the blog post, which of course I'll link in the description. If you wish to download any files of mine, they will be typically located on Patreon and archive.org. Considering the events of my life between 2022 and 2023, not so much is on there right now, but in the future I will be having my archive on those two sources. And yeah, because I just thought about it. Patreon and archive.org, and if I can ever find another place to safely store my files and PDFs, they'll be there too. Anyway, I'll provide zip or RAR files that you can use, which of course can later be extracted. And if possible, I will try to have more of my videos archived, at least the more historically interesting ones. I'll upload a thumbnail, if I have one, that comes with the videos. Unfortunately, in 2021, I had a hard drive crash, and I don't have the original thumbnails to my old content. So I'm not perfect, and I might miss a few things or forget a thing or two. If there's a video or thumbnail you would like, feel free to email me. It would be a lot easier to download any files or videos from me or any place that I archive my work. The video files are usually huge, thanks to the lossless audio. I usually record in FLAC or WAV. With compressed zip and RAR files, it shouldn't take an entire day to download anything of mine. I have seen my videos on other channels and honestly don't know why these people would rip off the videos, probably using a sketchy site that would jack up your computer. Considering the size of the files on my own computer, I seriously don't know why someone would try to download the uncompressed videos in their entirety. Some videos are huge, and some are little. The biggest file so far is Child of Satan, Child of God, the master video. It is 68 gigs on my computer. So some videos can be 1 gig or half of one, but it still takes up space. And I just cannot honestly fathom why someone would download the hours-long videos. So save your internet, save your CPU, and just go with the archived versions. And with some of those books that I've read in the past, I do plan on, I forgot to, but I had always planned on having a separate, I guess, just audio file for people to listen to. Because I know that a lot of you guys who listen to the books that I've read will listen in places like you're driving in your car, things like that. You know, you're doing laundry and that kind of stuff. So I get it, you know, and especially if you're like, oh, I don't want to use data on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, eventually I will start having those audio files up too, at least for the books. I don't know. I don't know if it would work in the other formats, but anyway. Another thing I want to talk about, which has not, I didn't initially write down in my terms of use, but as of August 4th, 2023, something very annoying has happened to me, and I just want to go over this. I will be vague because I don't want to deal with this person anymore. But here's the thing. When I go over true crime cases, I typically go over old cold cases. So basically anything that at this point would be 20 years plus. Really, I go for anything that is, I would say, I mean, really even before I was ever even born. So usually I like to go for I usually like to go for cold cases that might have been from the 80s and behind, you know, and having read so many books about Charles Manson, I do like going over a lot of 60s, mid-century type of true crime files, cold case files, because if somebody is still part of a cold case, if they're still a cold case today from something that happened 50, 60, 70 years ago, I think it's important to try to shed some light on it, especially now that we have so much technology like newspapers.com and the Google News Archive that could potentially help us find information on these people. So, to remain vague, but drive my point, if you have a problem with something I have made a video about, which you believe intrudes on your privacy, first I would highly suggest that you figure out if I actually somehow encroached on your privacy and not somebody with a mysteriously similar name. Second, if you do not want that part, my video or even just the snippet that might mention you or the person you think is you or your family members, if you don't like that, you can email me. In fact, I highly recommend you email me. In fact, to put it this way, I do typically see most comments on my videos and stuff like that, but YouTube has this weird thing where once I, the creator, react pretty much in any way, shape, or form with your comment, I don't get another notification if somebody replies back to me. So you say something, I reply to you, you reply back, I won't ever see it unless I go through every video manually. And so if you really want me to respond to you about something, especially if you're concerned about your privacy that I somehow, unfortunately, might have encroached upon, email me. Just email me. Don't try to sue me. Don't threaten to sue me. Because first of all, you ain't gonna get shit. I'm broke. But seriously, and that's just another thing I want to point out. I have gotten multiple videos. I'm remaining vague because I don't want to name names, because I have definitely noticed there are people who watch this channel that don't subscribe, will never subscribe because they are, I guess you would say, too big. So my point is that if you don't like something that I uploaded, or if it's too personal or talks about you a bit too much or this or that, whatever, within reason, message me and politely, emphasis on politely, ask me to take it down. You know, I have gotten multiple emails from people that have been so nice, just nice in general. You know, it's really nice talking to you guys. My actual audience that actually gives a shit. You guys are so nice to me. You really are. And I appreciate that because I love y'all. I do. But I've also, and probably some of y'all know that have been listening to me for a while, is that if you've noticed, there are some videos that are missing. I've taken down videos because I was asked to, or they've been like privated and things like that. You know, there's certain videos that type of subject matter I don't go over anymore because it's more of a headache than it's worth. So many people like to message me saying that I'm making it hard for them to get a job now. That wasn't my intention. I'm not trying to make life hard on anybody. I'm just trying to talk about the facts, honestly. My idea is that if the information is public, then it's okay for me to make a video about it. I'm not ever going to, let's see, message a sheriff's department to get information on a homicide case that still hasn't finished its trial yet. I would never do that. Seriously. But my point is, I'm just going over true crime cases that I find are interesting and are typically very old. Maybe try to renew some interest in it, this or that, get just one more look at it before any living people from that time period inevitably pass away. If somehow you feel like I've encroached on your privacy, just message me, we could talk about it, and if I somehow did manage to find out you or something, mention you as a person, just let me know. Thankfully, YouTube lets you edit out certain parts, so if wanted or needed or whatever, I could potentially edit it out, or I can just delete the video altogether. Doesn't make a difference to me, really. And my last point with that is, if you don't like something, just talk to me, email me, okay? But please don't come at me with an attitude. Don't be rude, mean, malicious to me or anything like that. Because the last thing I'm going to do is actually even want to work with you if you tell me that I'm exploiting your work or this or that. If you're going to be rude to me, I'm not going to want to work with you. I will probably just screenshot your email, post it on my community tab, and then, I don't know, maybe private the video. Nothing saying that I can't show how much of an asshole you've been to me. And I will. So, And there's this misconception a lot of people have about my channel for some reason, and the types of things that I'm into, and the social circle that I'm in, and that I make a lot of money doing YouTube, and that me and my friends are like so rich and this and that. And no, that's not the truth. Just getting by, barely. You know, if I had all that YouTube money people thought that I have, then honestly, if I had YouTube money, I probably wouldn't even be on YouTube. Tell you the truth, honestly. If I had YouTube money, I would fix my teeth completely, because I had a partial denture which broke last year. But anyway, my point is that I don't get paid for this. I actually technically waste money doing all this when you consider things like my electricity and internet bill and some of the websites I subscribe to. So I don't make money doing this, and I'm not just saying that to say it, it's real. YouTube has their payment system where technically in the US tax system it's counted as a royalty. So you get paid royalties once a month, but in order to get paid you have to make at least $100 in ad revenue. And there's multiple times, you know. I mean, last year has sucked for me, so I haven't done as much as I could have. But even still, I would be lucky to get paid. And I would be lucky to even get $100. That's my point. I'm not getting paid to do this. You know, believe it or not, to all the crazy baby boomers that think that I'm exploiting your works or trying to encroach on your privacy, I'm not. I ain't getting paid for shit. Shocker. There's a lot of people my age, millennials and Gen X, that are really into just preserving and archiving history. There are a lot of us. We just want to preserve history. We want to talk about the past, try to fix and solve some mysteries, and hopefully give everybody a brighter future. That is literally all I am here for. I'm not making any money off of this. If I wanted to make money, I would quit doing this altogether, and I don't know, I'd probably just go work at the prisons, and some prison over in Texas. I don't know. Maybe I would work at the border. They need people to work on the border at the Texas-Mexico line. Come on now. That's my point. I could do plenty of things that would pay a lot more than this. Maybe it's crazy for some people, but I genuinely like this. And I have fun. And it's nice talking to you people. You know, you guys are cool. So anyway, my main point is, don't act like you're uploading my content like as if you're me. Please credit my content if you do re-upload somewhere. But more than anything, don't be stupid. Just don't be stupid. You know, if you think that I'm trying to encroach on your privacy, maybe don't post in the comments saying that that's you, because that just blows your asshole wide open of, there goes the rest of your privacy, right? Talk about logic, you know, freaking, I don't even know how many crackheads end up in my comment section. But anyway, and more than anything, don't be stupid. And if you are unsure, just ask me. Just email me. You can email me anytime. I try to reply to every email, though sometimes, very rarely, I don't. If I don't reply to an email, it's probably because I decide to make a video about what you are talking about instead. Because sometimes I get a lot of questions for certain things that, you know, over and over. So I just make a video. But anyway, that's my point. Don't be stupid. Don't act like my stuff is yours. This voice in this video is in every other video. This is me. I'm Myra, Elvira. Believe it or not. No, this is not Susan Atkins' voice. No, this is not Diane Lake's voice. It's just me. I'm Myra. If you want to talk to me, send me an email. Feel free to do so. At the same time, don't be stupid. But I know that's hard for some. Anyway, take care of yourselves, drink some water, and don't overextend it. Check you later.